Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's hobby live stream. We are going to be working on my Ninjago City Gardens again, which I'm very excited for. Also, look, we've switched where things are. Now you can see me big, and we can look at the build down here. I like it.
If you want me to switch it later, let me know.
Yeah, let me know how you guys feel. Like, whether or not you'd rather see more focus on the build itself, or if you'd... Because I end up talking to you guys a lot. We all know this, right? Like, I end up just stopping what I'm doing and talking to you. So I figured this might end up working pretty well. Let me know what you guys think, and if not, we'll switch it back. It doesn't matter to me. But I hope you all are having a wonderful afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. Hello to Brent and Okami and Havman, who are all already active in chat. Hello, everybody. Oh, is it really... Is 20 degrees Celsius? That's warm, right? I'm not good. I'm not good with Celsius. I think that's warm though, right? Because it's very warm here where I am, and I'm in California, so it's not even like that warm. Like, California doesn't get super hot, but it's still been getting warmer than I'm used to, therefore it's been mildly like uncomfortable. My goodness. All right, let me show you very briefly what I've worked on, because the last time you guys would have seen this project, I've done more work on it since then. You guys saw it when we were just working on like the flat base portion of it, so let me actually show you guys what I'm looking at. Bum, 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 bum. Look at it! It's so big! This actually works out really well because I can show you very easily. So as you can see, we have continued building things. I'm moving it to the wrong side. There we go. We've continued working on the city. We've got 2 buildings, or actually 4 buildings. We've got the 2 here. So this one down here, I think it's a hideout, because one of the, you can't really see it super well. Let me see if I can like grab it. Okay, you can't see it very well, and I don't want to pull it out because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to get it back in properly. But inside one of these buildings is a little head that doesn't have a face on it, but you were able to put a mustache and a top hat on it. And I think it's somebody's disguise, which is really, really funny. It's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, well, 70 degrees is not too bad. Like, that's pretty average in where I'm from. So that sounds ideal, actually. So... are you upset that you're having almost perfect weather, Brent? Because I will trade you your mild 70 degrees for the, like, I don't know, 80 or so that it is here. I will take that. Bob, thank you so much. I think they're super cute. My little Razer headsets that has the cat ears on it. I still have not actually gone into my computer since I got the new one and set it so that the ears will actually change colors. The green works for me. I just really like the like sort of teal green. All right, let's finish showing off this build, because we've done some really cool things. There's some really neat stuff on this building. My favorite part is the fact that this tree, I really liked the construction of this tree, and then we have a platform, as you guys can see, on top here, where I think there's going to end up being some rail. I'm not 100% sure, but like on the box and in the bags, there's some rail pieces. So I think we're gonna end up having a little bit of that, but I love this walkway. That piece was not pressed down at all. Love the buildings that we've gotten in here so far. And right now, I'm gonna set this boy back off to the side, because right now what we're working on is we're actually working on this ice cream shop. So let me just show you what I've done on the ice cream shop so far. I love the cones in the back there that make it look like it's a bunch of stacked cones. Like you see those, the tan and the dark brown in the background. Lovely. I love the front, because if you look closely at this roof, it's all a bunch of cleavers. Like, you see how they're all individual cleavers? It's freaking adorable. I absolutely love it. Hello, Diggs! Welcome to the stream! Alright, so that is what we are working on. I have my page open to the correct number, and we're just going to keep building. I wanted something easy to do today. I've had a very busy weekend, and it really hasn't stopped since the weekend. And my weekend was very fun, don't get me wrong. My birthday was delightful. Thank you to everybody who joined in for any of the shenanigans that we did to celebrate. It was all lovely. But oh my gosh, am I tired? Because yesterday I filmed the news and everything. We got all that done. We actually went out. I'm very, very pleased. We went out to Hobbies Unlimited for the first time since we were there last for the Panzer build. And I was able to talk to the owner again, and he said that, like, the video did really well for him as well, which was great to hear. Like, I love when content that I make ends up helping these small businesses, especially the stores that I really just enjoy, and I know that they probably don't get the traffic that a normal store would do because they're a hobbyist specialist store, and so only people like me and you are going to end up shopping there, whereas, you know, if I can bring in more people to show them that, hey, the store actually still exists, please go shop there, support their business, that's great to me. And so we talked with him a little bit. I picked up some spray paint so that I can prime the Panzer and we can actually get that painted. So that video will be coming sometime very, very soon. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. But because I went out and, like, did some filming there and, like, all that, and then just everything that happened with my weekend, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Totally need some ice cream in this weather. I completely agree. Oh no, Dim. Well, enjoy your time at work. Do not worry that you can't hang out for too long, but it was lovely to have you here while we are able to. Hello, Shy! It's lovely to see you! I completely think it is very important to support our local hobby stores. Absolutely, everybody. Support your local hobby store. I don't actually think I need this portion of the building right now, so we're just going to set that off to the side and start grabbing the pieces that we require for the next portions of the build. All right. And do yell at me if I happen to ever go off camera. Although this, you know, this is nice because I can, where I need to look to see if I'm on camera and where you guys are is closer now, actually. So it works out very nice for me. All right, so we did that. We now need to go ahead and go here. And then this piece goes like that. All right. I think this might be another portion of the roof or the floor or a weird escape hatch. I don't know. We've got hinges here, and I don't really know why we have hinges here, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I do need some water. Let me get some of that. I almost swallowed the ice. The ice just immediately came. That was awful. That was better. That was not almost dying to suffocation by ice. Alright, so we are clipping them onto something, but it's like so. So I don't know why. We'll find out. Well, I guess we'll find out. We just need to keep building. Alright, so that goes like that, and then 2 of those and 1 of these. Fascinating. I genuinely do not know what this is. It's gonna be strange. Yeah, Diggs makes some really cool stuff. You should totally check out their work. I completely agree. Oh, there it is. It's like, I'm missing a piece. I'm not. It's actually funny if, I had to move this project in here. So getting ready for the stream, I was like, oh, I'll just move the base into it. I think I finished the step I was on. I didn't finish the step I was on, so I had to move all of these pieces that I'm working with right now back into place. Oh, it's the other, I see. This is a part of the floor is actually what we're building. I gotcha, Lego. I see what you're doing. I see the nonsense that you're laying down. Does it go like this? Yes, it does. All right, so that goes like that. And then we need to put this here, and then we need this one here. Oh, this is like more of the walkway outside. I gotcha. Okay, so then now what we need to do is this, I believe, connects there. And it's gonna go like that. At least for the time being, that's how it's gonna go. Oh, Sean, thank you! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the $5 for the tank fund. That is fantastic. I've been scouting, actually, what I want to do for my next tank after I'm done painting my little 38T. Which, oh my gosh, I've learned so much since that episode about the 38T. Because I had some things wrong. Yeah, I am one of those people, as much as I do actually enjoy painting and building for play, and I definitely do that for some of my war games, I also, much like Diggs, very much enjoy just painting and building for display purposes. I mean, that's partially why I work on the Tamiya products. It's why I have painted at least one bust in the past.
Bust.
That's what she said. But yeah, it's I don't remember what I was saying now, actually. Oh, yeah, so I do both. I paint for games as well as for just display. Something went wrong? Sean, I'm not sure. I don't know what you mean, what went wrong. Clarify your question for me, because I'm not sure now. Also, wow, that was really delayed. It just popped up. Well, Sean, thank you once again for the $5. Now that the actual ping has happened and I apparently was preemptive to it. Is that... Oh, maybe that's what you mean. Maybe because it didn't pop or something? I'm not really sure, but you'll have to clarify for me. All right, let me continue working on this build while I wait on your response. We need these two little pieces here. These blue pieces. They're very pretty. Sky blue color tone. Don't know if that's actually the legit color name or not, but I'm using it and no one can stop me. Oh, got you. Nothing went wrong with painting my tank. I just need to get paint for the tank. So I didn't have any... Oh, and also I got what went wrong was nothing went wrong. I just had misinformation. I thought what I had gotten was a Panzer capital P Panzer tank, but what I actually got was a Czechoslovakian tank that was acquired by the Germans when they annexed Czechoslovakia in, I think, 1939. Apparently. And they then just put Panzerkampfwagen in front of it, and I probably butchered that. I'm so sorry if I have any German watchers. I did not take any German at all in any time, so I probably butchered that. I'm really sorry. But, so I just saw Panzer, you know, like the German word for tank, and went, oh, this must be a Panzer. And because it doesn't have a number on it, I assumed maybe it was the first one, or like a precursor to it. But no, apparently it was just a Czechoslovakian tank, and that they used because they came in and took it. I've heard of the T-34, but I've not built that one. That's the Russian one, right? Oh, well, thank you, Sean, for the tank pigment fund. I appreciate that. I'm with you there, Diggs. I don't do any 3D printing yet either, but eventually it's something I am looking forward to investing in, and more so in the future. Just not something I'm doing immedately. And I don't know if that's like you're on the same page as that, but that's at least I'm waiting. That's why. Something I want to get into, but I want them to really work out all the kinks. I want there to be like plenty of support. And I just want as much of that as possible before I get into it, you know? You know, I would have thought so too, and I didn't realize, I guess the thing that I didn't understand, and, you know, I don't really mind that I didn't really understand this, but I just didn't realize that Panzer was also just the generic word for tank in German. And then they also have, like, a brand called Panzer. And when I saw on the Tamiya box, all I saw was Panzerkampfwagen 38T. So I was like, oh, this must be like an early Panzer. And then apparently not. But you know what? That's fine. I learned something new, which is great. It does kind of sound like a government black project. I completely agree. This is just a secret government project, actually. To, I don't know actually why. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you guys before we continue moving on is look at the cute ice cream man. I like it. He's got a double-sided printed back in front with this cute little, like, logo, which is also on the logo on the store. Which I love when LEGO does that. That's not something uncommon, really, for them to do. When they have workers of a particular branded place, they tend to put branded clothing on them, especially if it is a worker that, like, has a specific uniform. Thank you, Sean! Oh, it was coming in. Okay, good. You know that I thanked you for that. Hello, Shrek! Welcome to the stream! Oh, Dim, you should totally invest in building yourself a gaming PC. Honestly, do that before you do the 3D printing. I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit of a more worthwhile venture. And also really fun. I've not built my own PC solo, but I've helped build my own PC before. And it was very enjoyable. I've watched enough Linus Tech Tips that I think, like, with some video guidance, I think I could do it. I would be terrified because I'd be worried that I'd over apply the paste that goes on one of the boards. I actually don't remember which one off the top of my head, but it's the heatsink, I think, for like connecting one thing to another. I don't really remember. But I feel like if I had a video on in the background while I was doing it, I think I could do it. I'd be slow about it because I'd be nervous about what I was doing and how I might fuck it up. Because some of those pieces are expensive. Dude, some computer pieces are just... Ugh, they're so expensive. They're just too expensive. Alright. I need, for this next step, this singular piece. This little arm. Oh, that sounds really fun, Diggs. That sounds really fun to build some of those Space Marines that you showed me and then hide them in the city. It was really funny you say that. And Chaos Cultists, when I was working on this project out in our living room and not in here in the hobby room, my Tyranids are still sitting out there on that table as well. So he took a bunch of my Termagants and he invaded the city, like the Lego city and everything that's off camera here. He put a bunch of them on there and had them invade. It was really cute. Okay, this needs to go here like that, and then hopefully I didn't drop something. I don't think I did. I think we're fine. This, we need one of these. I need this gray piece here, and then 2 of these dark blue pieces. Because I think we're building some seating, perhaps? Or at least another display, it looks like. So I think this is going to go like that. And then... is it going on? Okay, it goes on top of, so it's going to sit there like that. That's kind of strange, but all right. And then that gray piece goes there. Now, where do these dark blue pieces go? Oh, to cover this, to, like, make it a bit more finished. Okay. I wonder if this is meant to be a seat. It's so weird. It doesn't have a stud on the other side, which is sort of odd. But, you know, LEGO knows what they're doing. Jonathan, welcome to... Thermal paste. Yes, Jonathan, that is exactly, thank you. Thank you. That is exactly what I was talking about. The thermal paste on the processor. Yes. That would be one of the things I'd be most nervous about because I'd be afraid that I'd end up just like overdoing it and putting way too much thermal paste on. Also, hello! Thank you for subscribing, Only Me 297. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy your time here. Yes, yes. Instead of Jurassic Park, it's Tyranid Park. Exactly. Invasions of the Nids. What am I doing? I'm building Lego. What step am I on? 413. The 413th step of this gigantic build. Some Lego projects have a lot of steps in them. You think they have sometimes a lot of pieces, and then you realize just like, good lord, how many steps are included with those pieces. I also need this piece. Building some little stairs here. Oh, maybe. There we go. And then, okay, so it goes like that. So we're building a little walkway up. I can dig it. I wonder if this is going to end up being hidden. And this is like a closet or something, like, or something unseen. Oh, I need also, just a moment. Let's not get too far ahead. I need this little ice cream piece and a blue and a, is that a tan? A gold? Do I have any gold? I did. Is that... Oh, no, I think it's this. I think it's this clear, translucent orange. Fascinating. All right, so it wants me to do this. I've created a bizarre... Maybe? Oh, like a tiny, bizarre cupcake? I don't know what this is, but it's fine. Whatever. It's gonna go... there. Maybe... Oh! I think... I get you. I think this is blue ice cream. I don't... Hold on. I understand. I understand what I just built. I understand. So it's either... Here, I'm gonna show you here. So it's I think this is a bowl. I don't think this is a edible thing. I think that translucent piece is a bowl of some variety or dish. This is like your cake or your ice cream or whatever the hell they want it to be. And then this is just your frosting on top. I think that's what we did. I understand now. It must be blue ice cream because we're in an ice cream parlor. Not like a cake shop or something. So that's what I'm sticking with. No one can change my mind. Oh man, good luck with that, Diggs. That sounds like a fun project. How far along are you on the pole building? Because I see that you said that you're tearing it down to make a concrete floor with expansion joints and bracing underneath for starters, but like, are you, is that where, that the step you're at currently? That sounds so cool. Hey, that's great, Dim. I'm so glad that you don't have to go into work until later. As long as they're not like telling you, "Hey, don't come in today." Like, cuz I always like, I know sometimes that's really enjoyable for workers because then you're like, "Yeah, I get some free time." But like, I don't know, for me when it was unplanned like that and they were suddenly like denying me the opportunity to make money to earn my paycheck properly, I don't know, that bothered me sometimes. So, I always feel weird about like celebrating that and then not celebrating that cuz I'm like, "But I hope you're gonna get your full paycheck and everything." You haven't started your Fury tank yet? That's fine. You got plenty of projects to work on, I'm sure, Sean. Speaking of projects, let's continue on with this one. I need 2 of these dark blue and 2 of these light blue. There we go. Awesome. Ooh, we're gonna... Oh... This is stupid to be excited about, but we're building an air conditioning unit next. I love building real world things in Lego. It just... What did I... Oh, oops. It amuses me. Oh, does that connect there? I see. I see how we're connecting this together. I was off camera for you. So you see our little arm thing that we put on here? You see that little thing there? There is a blue thing here, and they can align. And then they'll snap. And then they'll snap together. Haha! That's how we're going to close this bitch up. But not yet. Not yet. Actually, they're going to have me do it after I build this air conditioning unit. So let me get to that. I need this piece and this piece. One of these, 3 of those. All of that. Basically, almost all of my white pieces. So let's get that out of the way for a minute. Our first step is to take these 2 pieces and throw one of them dramatically onto the floor. All right, I got it. All right, there we go. Perfect. Oh, good! You finished your Disney train station. That's awesome. I bet it looks amazing. That's not so bad. Although I always feel weird going home early from work too. Even if it's like, even if I've completed everything that I was supposed to, I'm like, but you anticipated this taking me 6 hours and I only took 4 and I don't want to lose those 2 hours. Can you find something else for me to do? I was one of those workers. All right. I now need this thing. And this goes like that. I see. Okay. Now what? Now I need to put this here. Both of these go like that. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm a filthy liar. That goes like that, and then we put that one on the side. That goes there, and then this goes like that. Oh, and that's why I see. Okay, and so then why we put this one random tile is because now this sits next to it, and look, it's complete. We have a little AC unit. I wish I could spin it, but I can't. It's fine. It's fine. And now they want me to close this. So let's do that. I swear. Hold on. It needs to go above. There we go. Secured in place. Perfect. Yep, see, that's my problem with when, like, work will do that. And I get it's the company trying to save money because employees are the most expensive part of owning a business, but we all need to live and, you know, try, I don't know, be reasonable, please. Oof. All right. We can flip this page now. That is, in fact, what my interior looks like. Thank you for confirming, Lego. Oh my god, actually, I need to speak about that because Lego is really good about generally doing stuff like this, where they highlight, hey, this is the thing and it needs to be angled like this. Please pay attention before you move on to the next step. They're pretty good about that. They did one of those in my first book when I was working on the first, like, 11 steps or so. Did I get water on my... I did. And I missed one of them completely. I just blatantly ignored it. And it was when I was building the tree, which is why I was reaching back here. So I had to completely... So you see this beautiful, beautiful tree here? I didn't have everything aligned properly, so I had to undo the entire thing. And the step that I fucked up, the one that I had to go back and fix before anything else would sit properly, was at the very base of the tree. I had to take basically everything apart. Um, it was unfortunate, but I did just, it was my bad. I completely missed that confirmation of them going, make sure that this angle of this piece fits this direction. Because if you don't do this, you dumbass, it's not going to work. And that's exactly what happened. So pay attention to your instructions, people. Read. Read your instructions, because good lord, I know that when I don't, I fuck up. All right. So we've confirmed we've done that correctly. Tim, I hope that your job hunt goes well. I know how rough that can be. I need these two, and then I also need this light gray piece and two dark blues. Where is this going? Oh, okay, so this goes here. Sorry, they didn't highlight these ones to say, hey, this is where these are going, and it was kind of confusing. And then I think this and goes here. Yeah, this is definitely where this goes. I understand completely. Also, kudos to you guys for multitasking, doing like boring, adult things to take care of yourselves, and then also enjoying yourself and indulging in some like silliness with me with Lego. I really appreciate it. I hope this ends up being entertaining for you guys. Ba, 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 ba. I need the singular tile. And it's gonna go here to fill in this awkward gap. There we go. Lovely. Continuing this odd pattern of blue and dark blue on this wall. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Oh, because of the stairwell here. This is trying to create a little bit of a shape. I like it. I'm enjoying that a lot. Okay, so that goes there, and then we're going to put these here. Adulting does suck. I completely agree. It was really funny when I was at Hobbies Unlimited. When we were talking with the owner, he made a joke about how like we had to grow up, and I was like, nah, we're good. I mean, you work in a hobby store. You didn't grow up. We don't have to grow up. We got a good kick out of it. I don't grow up. If you can keep on to some of those things that like keep you young at heart, just do those as much as you can within reason. I think it's important because I think it allows us to express ourselves and just let go and enjoy things without it being harmful to other people, and generally being, honestly, if anything, more beneficial because it's creativity being brought into the world and that you can then share with other people, inspire them, encourage them, etc. I don't know, it should just all be fun and lighthearted, and I feel like sometimes people take things just way too seriously. It's my hot take. Maybe my less hot take. I don't really know if it's really a hot take specifically, but that's my take. We'll put it that way. I do need this dark blue, so what we need to do is we're going to continue this wall. Go figure. It's almost like that's the step we're working on. We do need one of these. And then this boy. I bet we're going to be putting a sign or something off that. I do have like a bunch of holes though, so I might end up, who knows, maybe we're going to end up sticking these like through. I don't know. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Actually, I can see in the next step, we're definitely not putting rods through them. Exactly. There absolutely has to be more than work, sleep, repeat. Completely agree. And that's why hobbies exist, and why we should all have at least one, and we should indulge ourselves in it. I'm just saying. It's my philosophy. All right, so we've got that on, which I guess is just another section of the like AC unit, I guess, maybe? We do need this white tile and some stickers for our menu, which is over here. But it's not made of witches. Thank goodness. We don't want to be cursed. Get out of here. Am I on screen? Yes, I am. Perfect. Perfecto. And then this gets to go right there. Lovely. $20 for a triple scoop, $15 for a double, and $10 for a single on a cone. Then we got some popsicles for $7, and then a popsicle dipped in chocolate sauce for $10. Delicious. I will take the triple scoop, please. I will have... What is it called? A Napoleon? Napoleonite? What's it called when you have chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla all in, like, one carton together? Like, Breyers and various other brands all have it. Is it called a Napoleon? I feel like it's called the Napoleon. But now I can't remember, and I don't know, like, why that name sticks out in my head. Is that correct? Somebody tell me in the chat. I almost said comments. You guys aren't comments. You're chat. Dim, I understand that. And I promise, well, I can't promise this specifically, but my hope is that it gets better for you. I really do. Don't give up. Don't give up, and at least you get to indulge in stuff like this every now and then, which is delightful. Just don't give up. Is it Napoleon? No. Napoleon? Napolitan. Neapolitan. Thank you. Neapolitan. I can't read or pronounce things, apparently. Neapolitan. That's what I would want. I want a triple scoop, and I want one to be strawberry, one to be vanilla, and one to be chocolate, because I like Neapolitans. It's a metropolitan, also. Lovely. All right, cool. Yeah, I really like that. I don't eat it very often because, well, I'm lactose intolerant. I can't really eat ice cream very often, and non-dairy ice cream to me just doesn't do it. I haven't found a good one that I like that doesn't taste grainy. Like, they all are just grainy. Like, have you noticed that? I don't know how many of you guys have had to eat like dairy-free ice cream, but yeah, it's just it's either too rich or it's too grainy. It's one of the two. Napoleon ice cream does try to take over the freezers. Well, that's why it was in my head. It's because I was like, I knew it had because it's Neapolitan. I think I knew it had like Napoleon in it, or I felt like it did, and it was just in my head. I could not get it out. Do I need... Oh, I only need one of these right now. I was looking ahead too much. All right, so that actually goes on this side. There. And then we need one of these, and this weird roofy looking piece. So that goes like That, I guess, is the cap to whatever this AC unit thing is. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's done, because that looks correct. So then we're going to put this... Okay, we're going to put this here to extend this archway out. We're going to then build that in like that. Put this long piece here. And then this 3x1. Okay, that is that step done. Now we're going to hinge. I'm assuming, yep, there we go. So we've now hinged it together. So it's hinged at the bottom, now it's hinged at the top as well, which will just make it more secure. This probably needs to go in right there to fill in that gap. Yep. And then we're going to put this 3x1 on top of that to even it out. This piece goes here to cap that off. And I think we're going to end up putting this. Yep. So we are going to have to do more to it than I expected, but I was correct in my thinking. This is going to end up going basically right here. However, I need this piece. 2 of these, and then 2 ingot pieces. Diggs, that's great. That is actually great. A 1-pint carton that acts like a 1-gallon bucket of ice cream and swears that it is the most important thing in the freezer. Yes. So, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Doug as a YouTube content creator, Twitch streamer. But if you are familiar with him, and you'll know that he does a lot of things where he allows his chat to control things in his games, etc. And at one point, he was doing this series that he does using ChatGPT and creating a war between his chat and, like, sometimes himself, but in this one instance, he actually had them versus Napoleon, and they were playing chess. So ChatGPT was generating text or vocals for Napoleon in response to what Doug was telling him his chat was doing to Napoleon in this chess game, and it was hilarious. And I think the AI lost, despite being able to literally cheat in the game. Like, he was allowed to move the pieces however he wanted, but the AI just did not pay attention to that and ended up losing to chat, which was just funny. But it was Napoleon it was for some reason they're really obsessed with Napoleon, and so they have him like versus them a lot. And I don't know what the story there is, but it's funny.
I believe the reason why the chatbot lost was that the Twitch chat had figured out that the memory of the chatbot was not good enough to actually remember where anything was on the board. It knew it was playing chess, and it knew it was Napoleon.
And it knew it could cheat, but it just didn't remember where any pieces were, so it didn't know how to cheat. Basically.
So what I think, yeah. So instead, what I think it was basically doing was waiting for the chat to say, "We move a pawn to B4," or whatever.
Right.
And then the AI would go, "There's a pawn there. I shall strike it with an orbital missile," you know? Like,
right. Do you know why? Why was it Napoleon? Because they do that a lot. Like, they always end up being versus Napoleon. And that is what I don't know, like, the reasoning behind.
Because at some point or another, Napoleon being, like, the greatest strategic mind ever became a meme on Doug's channel.
Okay.
I don't know if they had a tournament or if it was just a running gag.
Okay, got it. I assumed it was some sort of in-joke, but it was very funny to me.
And it's because it's Doug making a fake French accent is what it's trained
Yeah,
on.
it's trained on using his voice doing a fake...
Stop creeping up!
Yeah, it's really hilarious.
Also trying to do Chaos Cultist while doing French. Stop creeping up!
I mean, to be fair,
that
actually works really well, and I feel like you could have been a Disney character in Beauty and the Beast.
Going for a walk.
Okay, enjoy your walk! I insulted him so much with that he is leaving me now, apparently. Oh my goodness. All right, I need a sticker 53, and this is definitely not the sheet for that. So excuse me while I find the correct one. There it is. It's some text that I can't read. Some beautiful Ninjago text. Which orientation do you want this to be in? The arrow goes on the bottom. Excellente. Oh god, there's a fiber. Get off. Sticker, it's probably still gonna be there. It bloody is. Oh well, it's fine. Just gonna ignore it. Just no one look at it, okay?
What happened?
I got a little bit of a fiber underneath this clear sticker. No one look at it though. Alright, so that goes like that, and then we're gonna stick this bad boy right there. I'm assuming this is telling you there's something upstairs. Go to that direction. I wonder how far... Oh no, somebody didn't bring in a piece that they needed. Where is my... Where is... Am I crazy? Hold on. Hold on. That is definitely that cone. Does it not tell me to put a mother truckin' ice cream in this boy's hand at the beginning? Why would you do that if I needed the other cone for something else? Lego? Excuse me while I fix my mistake. I'm sorry, this was meant to be in a dark cone. Now this can actually be used for the thing that it was meant to, if only I had paid attention to my instructions. You know, you would think, everybody, you would think that with the number of times and the number of things that I have built, the number of, like, Lego sets that I've put together, the number of Warhammer action figures or miniatures that I've built, the number of insert other war game here miniatures that I built, Legion, Marvel Crisis Protocol, etc., that I'd learned how to read instructions by this point. But you know what's amazing? What's absolutely just bonkers? I have not learned how to read instructions yet. Jonathan? Yes. Abso-fucking-lutely am I going to be watching the Ahsoka show. I cannot wait. I have no idea if I was in focus there. I cannot wait. I probably got... Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. I got to refocus. Woo! Sorry, I fucked up my focus there because I got way too close to it. Yes, I will absolutely be watching the Ahsoka television show. I cannot wait for that. I am so ready for all of the girl power that is potentially going to be in that show. I love Ahsoka. I love Sabine. I love Hera. I love Chopper. I love Ezra. I think that even, like, and Thrawn is great. Like, I personally am a very big fan of what Filoni has done with Clone Wars and just Star Wars in general. I enjoy his work. And considering my absolute adoration for the Rebels cartoon series, and this is basically a follow-up to that, yes, 100% am I going to be watching it. Oh, damn, that sounds rough. 104 degrees? Ugh. Global warming, despite what people say, I do think is in fact a fucking thing. And our weird-ass weather recently has been an absolute just highlight to this. And I wish we were doing something about it, but good lord. I know that as a whole, it's hard. Dim, you've said that twice now, and I'm not really sure I fully believe you, because I don't feel like you'd be able to type and chat and respond to what other people are saying if you didn't learn to read. I'm just saying. Oh, you're in a desert? That is unfortunate, Dim. That is very unfortunate. It's one of the reasons I actually decided not to move to Vegas. Despite the very, very, very cheap real estate out there, and the somewhat larger amount of space, I decided not to because I was like, nah, I don't want to deal with the water crisis or just the absolute scorching heat that is going to turn into, so no thank you. Yes! Yes! Yeah, that is the Bobbins. You're absolutely correct. The man who voice acts Thrawn in the Rebels cartoon, and in the Rebels cartoon is in fact playing him in the live action, which means you're gonna get his voice, which is one of the reasons I personally like Rosario Dawson. Fucking amazing. I am so excited for, I can't remember her name, so I do apologize, but the chick that they got to play Sabine, I think is a very good, like, just physical match to her. And from what I've at least seen in the trailers, I'm digging it. I feel like she's got Sabine's vibe down. So I'm optimistic for that. Same with Hera's actress. I think she also has Hera down pretty well. I'm going to be very interested to see if we end up seeing Hera's son. Because it's Kanan's son. Which means that he's definitely going to be Force sensitive. And I do not know what that means yet. For the show. But holy fucking am I excited. Especially for when that little shit, who knows if he is, but if he's being partially raised by Chopper, I imagine he will be. Especially when that kid meets Ezra. I'll cry. I'll probably cry. Yes, Katie Sackhoff is Bo-Katan. She is also amazing. She also voice acted Bo-Katan. So another character or another person who reprised their role, maintaining that character. So Katie was both Bo's voice actress in Clone Wars and Rebels. And I think a lot of the other stuff that Bo's shown up in. So like basically, I think anything that Bo's been in modernly since like Clone Wars, Katie has been voice acting her. And so the fact that she's also her in real life, so good. Also, that woman, so hot. So just like charming. Loved her to death in Battlestar Galactica. I also really, this is a problematic possible thing, but I really liked her in the Riddick episode, like the Riddick movie that she was in. I really just liked that movie. It had some problems, I suppose, but it's Riddick, so whatever. Oh, whoa, it's Ramona Flowers? I hadn't realized. I actually did not know that. I did not know that Hera was being played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I didn't remember that she was Ramona Flowers. Like I'm not very good hugely with names. Like certain people that I do know. But majority of like actors and actresses out there, I'm not gonna be able to like name I can be like, oh yeah, they played this person, but I don't know their name. That's usually how it goes for me, and I did not know that it was Ramona Flowers. That's hilarious. I never saw her in Longmire. I loved her in Battlestar Galactica though. So good, so good. I went back accidentally in some pages, and I don't really know why I did that. Oh, there we go. I needed to check the ice cream. That was what it was. So now I need this because somebody's dropped their ice cream and it's melted into this beautiful heart shape. I see. Oh! Did you guys see that? It like flew up and then landed in my crotch, honestly. It landed on my crotch. There we go. Now it looks like spilled ice cream. Perfect. Now I'm going to need 6 of these. Oh no! I can definitely tell how heartbroken you are, Dim. Can she? Okay, I'll have to watch that. Yeah, like I love the Riddick movies. I hope that Vin Diesel does more of them. I know part of his agreement to continue doing Fast and the Furious was actually to end up getting the rights to the Riddick films, which is just hilarious to me. And I hope that we see him do something with it again, because I feel like it's been a while. I don't feel like we've seen anything new from Riddick, and I mean, I like Warhammer. Of course I'm gonna like Riddick. Alright, what do I need next? I need bits of these things, these little clampy bits. It's 5 and 6. So these are gonna face out, and then we're gonna put some of those rods in here, and this is gonna create a little walkway. Beautiful. It's so tiny. It's so dense. I mean, I think that's kind of the point. It's meant to be a dense, like, Asian-style city, right? Being a Ninjago city. There we go. And now I'm going to take some lightsabers and do that. Okay, I like it. And then on this one, we actually need to go one on each side. And then I also have these spears. So I'm going to put one of those on each side. And then this goes like that. Perfect. Okay. I guess that is fine. Okay, I can't pull on it too much because otherwise... There we go. Okay, I think that'll be fine. I think that's fine. Oh, I see. This doesn't actually go. I didn't need it. My bad. My bad. I used one too many piece. Hello, Yuri. Welcome to the stream. Can I tell you since when I was interested in video games? I have been playing video games since the Super Nintendo? I think, okay, let's see. So I played a lot of Super Nintendo games. My family did have one. And then we got, how old was I? I think I've been playing video games since I was in elementary school, basically. While they were not, like, I basically, in my youth, I was strictly a console gamer, or handheld gamer. I didn't do any PC gaming until I was an adult in college. Mostly because I just didn't realize that I could. I didn't get a lot of experience with computers actually until much later in my life. Even though I had them around all the time and everything, I just didn't actively, like, deep dive, you know? So I would say that, like, PC gaming I didn't get into until much later. That was definitely college / like post-college. And I had, growing up, I had an NES, I had a GameCube for a while, PlayStation 2. I don't think we ever had a PS1. I think it was just the 2. And then eventually, like, in college, I got, like, the Xbox, one of the Xboxes. I don't think it was an original, 360. That's the one that was out when I was in college. So I got the 360, and then I had a PS3. And then, since then, I have continued to game, but it's mostly been PC gaming. But I do still have a PS5, which I guess I've been using more so recently. And then I have a Wii. Or a Switch, sorry, not a Wii. I used to have a Wii, but I have a Switch. So that's the other main console that I use. I do not currently have, like, Xbox anymore. Although I do have an Xbox Game Pass, like, that's the thing, is, like, I don't feel the need to buy an Xbox because I can play all the Xbox games that I want to on my PC. Why would I not? They run better. Just saying. Just saying. PC Master Race, everybody! But that is basically me and gaming. Hopefully that answers your question. You've been playing video games since Pong? Well, dang. Dang. Way to show me up. I mean, I've played Pong. Hello? I thought I just heard something, and because Chaos Cultist isn't home, I'm just gonna go check real quick. I think everything's fine. I think it was just my fan turning on. But it sounded like a snapping of fingers, so I'm just gonna hold on. My cat is in the sun, and I think that's what I heard. I think I heard him get up, walk over something, and then settle into the sun. That's all that happened. Well, fine, Diggs. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I guess that would explain why you've been playing video games since Pong. That is fair. Wait, you had? Okay. I read your first sentence, Diggs, as that you have an Atari 2600, and I was like, what? Really? Still? Damn, that would be so cool. You don't still have it, right? I'm assuming, right? Yeah, see, I never had an Atari. My family, like, I mean, obviously I'm too young to have been around when Atari was new. But never owned an Atari, like never bought one retro. Even modernly, we've never bought one retro. And then, yeah, I think the oldest console that I had was a Super Nintendo. We may have had a Nintendo, but it was definitely not something that, like... I don't think we had it. Does that actually snap on? Oh, it does. Oh, how fancy. All right, well, we've got our stairs on. That's good. Well, at least you guys know how to make me feel young. You still have your original PS1? Damn. Does it still work? Like, is it in good shape? Because that might be, well, I don't know if the console's worth anything, but, like, some of the games on that could be worth a shit ton. God, you know what I really wish I could get my hands on? I really wish I could get a copy of Shadow Hearts and Shadow Hearts 2 for the Chaos Cultist. He loved those games, and I never played them, but they look amazing. And I've seen some of the, like, we've been watching a long play of it, so I'm familiar with the series, but I never played them myself, and I think it'd just be very cool to be able to get those for him, but I don't know how likely that is, because I think those are very, I think Shadow Heart's pretty difficult to find. Just because of how long ago it was made, and they've never remastered it, they've never, like, reprinted it as far as I know, and I just don't know how available it actually is. Alright, so that goes like that. And now we're going to start putting pieces on the roof. Nice! That's awesome that it might still work. Dude, that... I don't know if PS1s or, like, the old consoles are worth anything, but I guess if you're ever strapped for cash, it could be something to look into. Dude, that sounds amazing! Getting your Sega Dreamcast refurbished? Hell yeah. Yeah, see, I was always, like, growing up, I was a PlayStation girl. Well, I was just actually a Japanese girl because I was a weeb and I just was really biased. So I specifically catered to Nintendo and in PlayStation. I didn't get the Xbox until college. I think for Oblivion. I think I fucking bought the Xbox for like Oblivion. Because at the time, I wasn't. Skyrim wasn't out yet. Could you fucking imagine? Do you guys remember when Skyrim had not come out yet? So I was still playing a shit ton of Oblivion, and I did not have a PC at that time. I only had my MacBook, which basically ran no games back then. I mean, it ran some, but like very few. So yeah, I didn't have Oblivion on the PC until much, much later. And so I ended up getting the Xbox for that because I wanted to play Oblivion. So I was like, I played it in high school, like at my senior year at a friend's place who did have it on PC, and it was majestic. And I wanted to play it some more. I got hooked. Got super hooked. I never played Morrowind. I never got to play Morrowind, and I don't know if I could ever go back and do it. I tried like once in college because I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. Like, I'd love to see an even more in-depth with like more options in regards to like dialogue and stuff that can be talked with the NPCs and everything, because Morrowind's huge, right? But at that point, I was so used to the voice acting and everything that it really irritated me that there was basically none, and it was so much text, and it was so brown. I remember Morrowind being a very brown game, and so I would love for them to redo it, though. Because I think they're redoing Oblivion. I've heard rumor that, like, Oblivion is going to have, like, a remaster or something. And I'm just like, excuse me, what? I love that game. Please don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. I love that game so much. It's it's up there in just because of what it meant to me when I was first playing it, and like during my playthroughs of it, all the things that happened. Like, there was just some like interesting things, and so that game will always have I will always have a soft spot in my heart for Oblivion. Oh my god! Okami! I understand what you mean. I didn't do this as much, but Chaos Cultist has some regrets of trading in some games and some systems. He stopped doing that after a while, but there were definitely some times, like, in his youth where he definitely traded some stuff in, and he wishes he hadn't. And I completely understand. I completely get it. Well, especially because, like, a lot of these games, especially the ones on consoles that were, like, exclusive to consoles and stuff, are disappearing and going, like, fucking forever because they can't make them again. Like, the code is lost, or it just isn't compatible, and in order to redo it, you'd have to, like, redo it from scratch, so it's obviously not going to be, like, the same. So a lot of these things, like, disappear. I don't remember how long ago it was now, but I know Gerard of the Completionist, like, he went and downloaded, like, every DS game or something like that was currently available because they were closing one of the shops on Nintendo. And in doing so, they were going to just completely annihilate like a plethora of games that would no longer be available. Because sometimes, like, I know some games were just going away completely, and other games were going to be like, we'll come back to the store for a limited time, but it's like they do like these time things from my understanding. And don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% certain. But I remember that he was like worried about it, and so he downloaded all of them, and then that entire archive was donated to some game museum that is basically like collecting a bunch of games for preservation purposes, because so many of the older games are just whoosh into the wind, never to be seen again. And it's so sad. It's just so, like, somebody put time and energy and effort into all of those games that are getting lost to time, and it sucks. It makes me sad. It makes me really sad, and I'm glad that he did that, because I do think he was able to grab the majority of the ones. There were some that he ended up missing because they literally left the store before he got to them, because the fucking process, Nintendo did not make it easy. Nintendo did not make it easy for him to download and collect all of those games either. It was so tough. All right, Dim, we'll enjoy your time at work. I hope it's not too bad for you, and we'll see you next time. Damn, that's crazy. It's a good collection. I don't need that. I need this. Okay, and then we're gonna stick this in there. One more of these little lightsabers. Oh, and then the hammer, actually. Okay. I see, and I bet this is going to be the railing. Yep. For the stairs. Oh, how cute. Oh, wait, I don't know if it's supposed to run into that, actually. Okay, maybe I have this in the wrong spot? No, that has to go there. Okay, well, it's just gonna bump into each other. I don't... Oh, I see why. Because I put it up one too high. There we go. There we go. It's fine now. Just we need to go on one step lower. And then our final things that we need to build involve, I'm pretty sure, like, almost all of our remaining pieces. Including these controller pieces. Look at these little cute, controller piece. See, it's like a little game controller. Would you say this is more... I think this is more like the PlayStation? Please focus. There we go. Would you say that's more like the PlayStation or the Xbox controller? The GT2? What is Gran Torino? Like the racing game? I've played that actually recently. If GT2 is Gran Torino 2. Am I saying that correct? No, it's not Torino. It's Gran Turismo. Turismo. Sorry, I got that fucking wrong. I don't know why I want to constantly call it Torino. I know that's not correct, but I always do. But if that's the game that you're talking about, I recently started playing that on my PS5, and I really like it. I actually really enjoyed it way more than I was anticipating. I think it's partially because I've been watching so much Donut right now on YouTube, and they're just a car YouTube channel, for those of you that are unfamiliar with them. And they have a lot of really good content, and I've learned a lot about cars. Learned a lot about cars. Way more than I ever knew before because of them. This needs to go there. Perfect. Why am I... Okay, I'm just apparently attaching these controllers to this. So we must be using them as texture. I don't know what this is going to be for. Okay. Got those on. And then... I need these. Okay. Is it a robot? Is it an ice cream robot? Is that what I'm building? Okay. Well, he's like that, and then what? I'm guessing this goes there, and then the center one, and then the side one? Okay, so that's what we've built. Emma, no problem. It is lovely to have you here. We're just continuing to work on our Ninjago City build. Please focus. There we go. So that's what we built. I don't know why. Gran Turismo. Okay. Yeah, I really, really liked what I played of Gran Turismo. Whatever the one we're on now. Whatever the current one is. Because it's been a lot of fun. I haven't played it recently, but I played it a little bit, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, it's a roof piece. How strange. What? This is weird. I don't know if I like it. Mostly because I don't fucking understand what it's meant to be. I assume as we expand this, it'll make more sense. Maybe we're gonna create a mascot. I feel like I've created arms and shoulders and like half of a torso. But this is on the roof of the ice cream place, which is the weird part. What? Whatever. Surely I need to use this piece somewhere. Yes, in fact. Right here. Great. Now I am confident that the rest of this is excess. Oops, I just completely spun the camera. I hadn't realized that Chaos Cultist had brought in, I think it's been here for a while actually, but I just realized how prominent our little zombie head is. He's so cute. Okay, that is, all of this is extra. All of this is extra. There's so many extra pieces. Alright, and then we need to bring the main structure over. Bam! And let's see, can I get... This is the... Oh good, you actually can't see it. This is the side where this is gonna go. So we're connecting right here. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think we're officially in place. We now have a lovely ice cream shop. I think my favorite thing about the ice cream shop is this round window, which, if I recall, does this window open? No, it does not open. So yeah, you just got that round window where you can like see into the shop, which I really, really like. Look at my ice cream parlor.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Right?
Yes. Also, how dare you allow me to go for a walk in this heat with no water?
You went on a walk in this heat with no water? Chaos Cultist.
That might have been what my wife allowed me to do. Yes.
I didn't allow you to do that. I didn't know that you were leaving without water.
I forgot. You normally carry it.
Yeah, okay, that's absolutely fair. I do normally.
That's not a fair answer, but...
You know what? But I'm fine. Well, do you need some more?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, give me that. Speaking of which.
Hey, it is almost 4:20.
Later, Jonathan! What's the current Gran Turismo that's out?
7?
Is it 7? Okay, that's the one I've been playing. We were talking a little bit about, like, PlayStation
Okay,
1.
I think it's 7. It's the one that's currently free on PlayStation Network because it's Sony's.
Yes. Oh, you know, actually, speaking of Gran Turismo, how many of you guys are going to go see the movie? Because I actually am kind of interested. I didn't understand what it was about at first, but it's actually, like, the Gran Turismo film is actually about, like, the esports guys that ended up, like, being brought in to actual competitive racing because of how well they were doing.
Like, one guy who made it in.
And then, yeah, well, they all, like, I think the whole group of them were brought in to see if they could make it, and then one dude ends up, like, committing and, like, being like, no, I'm fucking doing this. I want to be a real racer. And, like, that's what the story is about. And I'm so intrigued because I watched the trailer and I was just like, holy shit, like, this is not what I was expecting this film to be about. And I was super, like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of weirdly, like, it's weirdly esports. And I love that. That's, like,
It does have a little bit of controversy.
Oh no, what's the controversy?
Apparently there is a plot point in the movie, spoilers, involving the death of a racer that did happen in real life.
I see.
But it did not happen in the race that they depicted it occurring in.
I see. So
they moved where this person died for dramatic influence over another main character. And so I think the family was upset about misrepresentation.
I mean, that's reasonable. I can't argue against that. But without knowing like context, I personally, I don't think we'll be offended by that. But I understand that the family might be upset, and I guess that should be addressed.
I just wanted to cover that since it was in the news about it.
Got it. All right, I need to find bag 12.
Stretched out in the light.
He is stretched out in the light. Actually, there was I heard the fan turn on while you were gone, but because it was muffled by my headphones, I was like, what the fuck was that? So I got up and I checked, and then I saw that he had moved. All right, let me find my next bag. I think it's more than likely at the bottom of this. Oh, there's one of them. It's probably not the only one. Oh, there's another one. All right, I suspect those are our 3. Yeah, I think those are going to be our 3 12s. Perfecto.
Because this is a Lego stream, have you told them about this?
No, I actually have not. Yes, give it to me. So yes, I'll let you talk.
You spent arguably too much on something.
Yes, but I have problems. Because I found this at my friendly local Bricks and Minifigs. Focus.
Lower the box. Lower the box.
Lower it?
So it focuses on your face. There you go.
I see. Okay. So we got this. And I probably did pay too much for it. But
it says it's sealed in box.
It's sealed in box, and look. I can't tell if he's on screen or not. Nope. Hold on. Okay, but like, look at him. Look at who that is. I'm pointing at the wrong thing. Hold on. There. Look at him. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi! But as a gangster.
The only time that minifigure was released, as far as I know.
Yeah, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this scene in Clone Wars, it's when Obi-Wan Kenobi goes undercover to... Was it with the Hutt? That wasn't the plot involving the Hutt?
What it is they needed to like break out an associate of Cad Bane.
That's what it was. It was the dude that was in prison who was like super smart, and he needed like...
And he had information that
yes.
he needed to get.
So it was basically, they needed to get into...
Regardless, Obi-Wan Kenobi Khan needed to go undercover in a prison, so he underwent cosmetic surgery to look like a pirate.
Yes! One that had tried to kill him. So basically, his claim was, and to succeed at this, he pretended to die. And it really upset poor, dear, sweet, sand-hating Anakin. And it was great. It was absolutely great. Great series of episodes, because it's like a multi-part thing, you know. Beautiful, and I needed it. Because it was the only minifig of him like that, and gosh darn it, I wanted to own it. And I assumed that finding that solo was going to be very unlikely, because who the hell would sell their bounty hunter version of Obi-Wan? Like, what? So yeah, that is something I will probably build on camera on the channel at some point in the future, because there's no way I'm keeping that in box. I want to play with it. All right, let's get these sorted and we'll get started. I will probably be going for about another half an hour or so. What is today? Tuesday? Yeah. Because I'm getting a little hungry. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, we all have paid a little bit too much for something that we've wanted in the past. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I do that more often than probably I should. That's not actually true. I'm pretty reasonable. Like, if something seems really overpriced, I will avoid it. That one thing, though, I was just like, no, I need it. Just mostly because I genuinely just don't think I'm going to be able to find that minifig. Because the main reason I wanted it, outside of also the Cad Bane minifig, just because you can never have too many Cad Bane minifigs. But I really just wanted it for that Obi-Wan figure. And I genuinely, when I said I don't think most people would separate that figure, like, from their collection, unless I guess they just really suddenly hated that, like, Obi-Wan for some reason, which, what? Who would do that? I just don't know who would part with it and sell it individually. I guess with the exception of it being like somebody passed away and the person who has it now has zero interest in it. But that is the only circumstance in which I can see that happening, and I don't want to wait for someone to, like, have that happen. So I'd rather just buy it when I saw that it was available, and since they had it sealed in box, I was like, please put it in my car because I'm going to take it home with me. And I did. Hello, Ronald. Welcome to the stream, sir. Lovely to have you here today. We're building some Ninjago City Gardens. Ooh, I am sleepy, man. It's been a busy day, and tomorrow's gonna be a busy day too. I'm actually going to Games of Berkeley, and we're gonna be doing some filming there too for a separate upcoming video. Fancy. Very fancy. Oh, I like the jacket on this minifig. I like the print. It's got that slight metallic sheen to it. Has he got anything on the back? Just some nice simple designs on the back. Yeah, I think we all do that from time to time. Spend more than we mean to. I get you. Got those over there. Oh, there's your legs. Got some tan pieces already set up over here. Red pieces. Windows and doors galore. Some nougat colored pieces, some more tan, a light brown, some more dark browns, random whites and light grays. All right, perfect. Wonderful. Let's open this next bigger bag before we start moving into the really tiny fiddly pieces. Oh, I love this color. I love this. It looks more brown on the camera, but it's a deep red, like a brick red color, and I think it's so sharp. So good. Oh, I'm excited. There's a bunch of them in here. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Bricks! I love a good red brick building. It's just so nice. I miss them. They don't really have them out here in California much. Something from, like, the East Coast that I really, really miss. It's just brick being everywhere. And there's some around here, but not enough. Not enough, if you ask me. You have the Space Jam game? Nice. Classic. I mean, really, at this point, anything on the PS1 is. I suspect this is gonna go here. So let's just get those in place. Oh, sorry, I need to stretch. My like back is stiff for some reason. I don't know why. Do not know why. Okay, maybe I have some ideas why. Maybe I have a small idea as to why. They're all just dark brown 1x4s. Oop, I'm dropping everywhere. Okay, perfect. A little gray piece. Some more tan pieces. This weird peachy flesh color, which I'm a little uncomfortable by. But I guess it's just another brick color tone. It's just very peachy. Green, pink, yellow. Kind of random, but fine. Oh my gosh, I understand what you mean. I had to hold myself back when I went to Hobbies Unlimited literally today because I was going there specifically. I was like, okay, I need to get spray paint so that I can paint the Panzer because everybody's wanted me to paint the Panzer and I want to paint the Panzer, so we should get to that. So I went in there, did a little bit of filming, picked up some spray paint. Definitely walked out with more than just spray paint because why wouldn't I? And yeah, I totally get that. I totally get that. Oh my gosh, digs. That would have been amazing, but it's totally fine. It was one of those things of like, I'd always wanted to try, but I didn't know, like, when I did the Merkava video originally, I was super nervous because I did not know I did not know how the modeling community was going to react to it. Like, if I'm perfectly honest. I kind of had an idea when I started the channel how the hobby community as a whole might react to me doing content and everything and talking about a very male-dominated space, let's be honest. But I was really concerned what the the scale model community might be like in regards to that because I had heard horror stories of just some bad interactions, and I hadn't actually experienced that much with the wargaming community, despite everything. So I didn't know how I was going to react. And so the fact that the Merkava was received as well as it was, and then to have the 38T do hugely over top that even was very unexpected for me. Like I knew they had the potential to do really well, and to be successful and for people to enjoy them and get engaged with, me involving myself with something that I had never experienced before. Because that was kind of how that's really what my channel was kind of built on in the first place, was just me exploring parts of the hobby that I hadn't prior. And I just didn't know going in, where it was actually going to land. And I'm really glad that it ended up going the way that it did, because I enjoy scale models a lot. I love going into Hobbies Unlimited. There's so much cool stuff in that store. And every time there's like new things. Like even when I went in today, there was stuff that I hadn't noticed previously and just other cool stuff that was there. I actually looked at the spray paints a lot more this time, like some of the more like hard art supplies that were in there because that's what I was there for. And yeah, just love it. I feel like it's difficult to find some. Like, and I actually kind of have a little bit of a theory about that. I don't even necessarily think that it's a toxic masculinity that's keeping like females out or anything from scale model building. I actually think it is a weird mindset a little bit that I don't know if like all scale modelers have. I definitely don't think all of them do, but I would hazard a guess that more often than not, this might be the feeling towards it. I feel like scale model building, whether it be cars, trains, tanks, planes, etc., is seen as a very adult male hobby. And by that, I don't just mean because like adult males are predominantly the people who you see doing it, but like in adverts and stuff, even you don't even really see. I mean, I think modernly you maybe see kids more being represented as building some of these scale models, but oftentimes it is adults that I've seen talking about it or exploring it or even in adverts about scale modeling. And when I was at the store earlier today, I was having a conversation with someone and they said something that made me go, oh, this is really seen as like an adult project rather than a kids activity. Because, like, for example, because I'm into Lego as well as scale modeling, I feel like I kind of compare them a little bit. Because, like, when I tell people that I'm really into Lego who do not know me or are not nerds themselves, they're like, isn't that for kids? Like, what? And then I have to explain to them that, like, no, the business has actually been geared very much towards adult collectors. They have a lot of series that is, 16 plus, sometimes 18 plus, depending on the complexity of the brand that you're getting, whether it be Technic or literally the USC brand, whatever that ends up being. Like, those are always more a little bit geared towards adults than the kids. And it's weird. In my head, scale models were a young boy thing, like a teenager thing. Like, I knew adults did it, but I kind of looked at it the same way that I look at wargaming and other gaming activities of like, no, these are meant for kids, but there are plenty of adults who also enjoy them. Or maybe this is meant for young adults, but there are age ranges on both sides of that young adult category that enjoy it still. And that's fine. And scale models, I just really, like, to me, they were a teenage boy or young boy thing that then, like, maybe you graduated into doing, like, the trains and stuff, because then you're building scenery and all of that kind of stuff, and it gets into a little bit more complexity because you're having to work at a larger scale. But no, apparently that's not, like, what it is. It's very adult, like, male, and I think that attitude might slightly hurt bringing other people in because I don't know if everybody sees it that way. Like, since it's a hobby, since it's an art, I don't think it's seen necessarily as like this. I don't know. It's a weird environment that I don't have enough experience with. So I'm just sort of speaking from my very limited experience. But it's just something that I notice, and I don't know what it is about it, but I do think there is something going on there when it comes to, like, I really kind of viewed it as for younger people, and I think it's more an older person thing. And while I know there are a lot of graybeards that, like, do scale model and everything, they all got started when they were young men. So you see where, like, that I'm like, no, this is the entry level. Like, teenagers is the entry point for this, but I don't actually think that is the entry point for a lot of scale modelers. I think a lot of them get into it much older, unless they have parents who maybe also do it. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I'm sure, yeah, see, like, gatekeepers, like, I have such a unique experience with not actually dealing with that many gatekeepers. All of my entries into a lot of these hobbies ended up being very welcoming. And I was lucky. Like, and I fully admit that. I was incredibly lucky with all of my scenarios. Literally, I got into board gaming and RPGs and really tabletop anything when I went into college, and I felt super comfortable doing that because the gaming the gaming club that was at my college was like half women already because it was at an art school, and so there were just an extraordinary amount of extremely nerdy women who were also into, board games and RPGs and Warhammer. And so there were plenty of women already there playing. And so I was able to, like, jump into it. And the same thing when I moved to California. Like, because I live near Berkeley, one of the most liberal places, like, ever, the game stores that I frequented when I actually started going to game stores were all in Berkeley. So they were all very welcoming and they didn't have any problems with like my gender or anything like that because there were already other women in the store doing things and talking about games and being able to prove that they knew what they were talking about. And so I've never actually experienced quite the level of gatekeeping that I know is out there and I know still exists, but I just don't see it. And I wish more places were able to have my experience. I wish more women especially were able to have my experience because I think that if they did, if they were just incredibly welcomed with like, I mean, I know you guys are. I know the community has very much changed. And so I do like to believe that this happens a lot more often, but I wish it was just universally true, you know? I definitely think there are, like, even Al at the store was saying that there was less kids that were into it, which is such a shame. Hell, he even talked about his own kids, not all of them. He had 3 boys and only apparently one of them got into modeling, which I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. You own a model store and only one of your 3 children got into it. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, it's just such an interesting thing. That's true. They are like, I mean, there is plenty of stuff that is definitely trying to get what previously would have been seen as very boy-specific activities, and getting girls into them. That is definitely something that's happening. Yeah, it's so weird. It's just one of those things of, again, I had such a unique experience. So I always feel sort of odd talking about it because I'm like, well, I've never really dealt with explicit toxicity like that. And the few times that I have, it's been on the internet where I've been in complete control of the comments and been able to crush those comments out of existence if I needed to, if they were really that bad. And honestly, I've never even really experienced that many that bad comments, if I'm genuinely honest. And I've been incredibly, like, I'm not gonna deny that I've been incredibly lucky because of that. Very lucky. I hear too many times of other women, especially like Warhammer women, who just get harassed, and I don't understand, but it happens, and it sucks. And I wish people wouldn't do that. I wish we could all just be cool to each other. Why can't we all just be cool to each other? Alright, get those up there. Probably will not get started building. We're just gonna get my pieces organized. At this rate. Mostly because I was on a soapbox. But, you know, it's fine. I definitely want to believe, Diggs, that is totally going to be the case across the board. I really do feel like it's gotten a lot better, but obviously it's not fully improved for everyone, and there's still a lot of toxicity. But I do want to believe that it's going to overall, down the line, fully improve, and it'll stop being as big of a deal. Because really, I mean, we should just all be enjoying our hobbies, you know? Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Let people do their thing. Especially if it's not actually, you know, causing you any actual harm. People are allowed to have their own opinions. They're allowed to approach things in the ways that make them comfortable. And as long as it's not disruptive or toxic, it should be fine. Maybe that's just me. I I feel like I have so many pieces for what... I mean, I guess the other one was like this too. But I feel like this is... I'm just looking at what we're building, and I'm intrigued to see where all of this goes. I do think I see where some of it's going. I think a lot of it's going to be in the roof. Like all of these things. I think these are going to be my roof pieces, and that's going to be painful. Can you even see them? Oh, no, you can't. This. I have a butt ton of these. Focus. Did it do it? Yeah! So I have a bunch of these. So that's going to be fun to put down. Yeah, that's probably fair, Ronald. Oh my god! I'm sorry! Oh, I had to sneeze. That came on very suddenly. A metric butt ton. Yes, exactly. A butt ton. You heard me correctly. It's my favorite unit of measurement. The butt ton. I am a child sometimes. That's because I never am gonna grow up. Rawr! You can't make me. You can't make me do it. That sneeze wrecked me. Like, oh my god, my sinuses are, like, aggravated now. If I sound mildly sniffly, I'm sorry. It was my sneeze. What is this? Get out of here. Get. Okay. No, I missed one. Okay, those are dark blue. That's also dark blue. Let's get those out of the way. Get these light grays out of the way. I like how we have every single one of these light gray pieces has been a single one-off. Single one-off. It is an absolute unit of measurement. Oh no, Diggs, your router reset? I'm so sorry. Hopefully that doesn't mean there's like some other problem. Alright, all these spiky bits. Which I was really hoping I could slide over there, but apparently not. So let me dump them into my hand. Get these minifigs out of the way. Put them on the walkway with everybody else. Cool. I'm checking something. Where are you, sir? When do I build you? Aha! Oh my god, you're not a person at all, you're a... This minifig is not actually a person in this world. He is a mascot. That was what I was confused about. I was like, okay, normally when there's a human, like a little minifig in these sets or in the bags, they like that's the first thing you build because it's the funnest. It's a minifig. Not this time. Not this time. He's actually part of the scenery. Which is mind-blowing. I haven't opened everything. I was very confused by why I wasn't seeing the minifig anywhere on this first page, and I needed to investigate. I have sussed out what the problem is, and that is exactly what it is. You go there. You guys, these little dots will go up there. Perfect. I have one more bag to open. And 10 minutes of the tree left. Good, I'm glad. Did you get your router reset once again? So that it's working now for you? Hopefully it did. I'm so sorry that happened. I would love to hear a semi-related dad joke. Absolutely, Ronald. Were you able to re-find the stationery store? Like, did they move, or did they close? Because, like, that sucks. I hate seeing businesses close, especially, like, real cool ones like that. It reset itself? Okay, that's good. God, I hate seeing good art supply stores close down. That sucks. Or moving. I hope I hope they just moved. I hope it's just that they moved. Ooh. Bunch of bowls. Because I think we're building a ramen shop because of course we are. Oh, little blue figures, interesting. Oh! Wait, is it the stationery place that's near Telegraph? Is that the one that you were going to in Berkeley? Because I think I might know which one you're talking about, and if that's the case, oh, that sucks. We have a lot of ingots. Get those up there. Some nice wedge pieces and some little square pieces. A bunch of black hot dogs. Glizzies, I believe they are called. Sometimes. Don't know why I'm going a little sing-songy, but I am. I think it's because I'm tired. Gold over there. We'll put that there. Some green is over there. Random dark blue piece. Random silver pieces. There we go. No! No! I dropped it on the floor! There we go. Okay. Got it. Found it. No one panic. Alright. We have now opened all of the bags. And I have roughly 7 minutes left. So we're probably just going to hang out. Honestly, I'll probably just hang out a little bit as we end this and wrap this up. Because I have had a good time with this. We got a little bit of progress, which is pretty much what I was looking for. We had some lovely conversations today. We talked about a lot of fun things. Yeah, that's no fun at all. You were caught back in time. How far back in time were you caught? That is really cool, Diggs, that you had like 12 members in this farm toy club. What is it? Is that like tractors and like, is that what is considered farm toys? Like, I don't know. Explain that to me. Oh, got it, Ronald. Got it. I was wondering because I thought you were coming. Yeah, I was also sitting there going, your comments were coming in and I was like, what is he talking about? I feel like we're not talking about similar things, which totally happens. I lose track of what you guys are saying sometimes, and for all I know, sometimes you are carrying on conversations amongst yourselves, and then I jump in and I'm like, oh, I've completely lost on this. But yeah, I was like, what's going on? Good. What is happening? Just banged my elbow a little bit. Hello, sir. I am probably going to wrap up soon because
We have to build all that.
I'm not building all of this immediately.
Because, like, there's quite a bit.
Yeah, I know. They just watched me, like... They just watched me separate them all out.
You are speaking very slowly.
It's because I'm tired. I don't know what happened. I don't know if just going to Hobbies Unlimited, like, wrecked me or what, but, like,
Well, you always get tired after you film.
That's true. I do get tired after I film, and I have been going for, like, 2 hours now. And I guess this weekend was pretty busy. Yeah, we did do a lot this weekend. We were talking about, like... Honestly, this was a good stream. We talked about a lot of, like, kind of heavy stuff. Not, like, in a bad way or anything. We were just, like, talking about interesting things with, like, gatekeeping and my experience with, like, getting into hobbies and stuff and not actually running into a lot of that because of, you know, Gamers Guild had a ton of women already in it and all this stuff. So it's just a very weird... Dude, that sneeze did. I also sneezed and it completely messed me up. Like, my allergies suddenly just were going.
So sorry.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think we are, despite me having just spent all this time organizing these pieces, I'm going to leave them here for right now because I do think we're going to go ahead and end today's stream. We've got like 4 minutes left anyways before I normally want to end it. And I am getting a little bit hungry, so I think I should probably go eat something. That might help with my sleepiness. Maybe I just need food. So I think we are going to wrap up for today. Thank you all for joining me. This was absolutely lovely. Now, the next time we will be streaming, we'll be entering back into Baldur's Gate 3! Woo! Because we have more of our campaign to play. And I'm very hyped for this because I've absolutely been loving the game. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well.
I'll be surprised if we don't end up streaming it before Thursday.
There's an entirely likelihood...
There's a non-zero chance.
There's a non-zero chance that we may stream tomorrow, but we are having to go record at Games of Berkeley.
Oh, right, we do have... Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we probably won't be streaming tomorrow.
And that's going to be more of a full episode kind of deal.
Yeah, so
that's just meant to be a store showcase.
Yeah, exactly. So, because we're doing a store showcase filming tomorrow, we probably won't be filming tomorrow, so do expect our next stream to be on Thursday. I know. I also am sad that we aren't going to be able to possibly stream and play some tomorrow because I really want to. But you can definitely expect some on Thursday. Who knows? Maybe we'll just start like earlier on Thursday and then like come back later in the afternoon like on a separate stream and like just do 2 streams on Thursday. Who knows? Regardless, I'm looking forward to all of that. So you guys can be too. And in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful hobby night. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the evening. And I will talk to you all later. Thank you all for joining me. If you did enjoy this and you're watching this video on demand, do make sure to give the video a like. Maybe leave me a comment down below letting me know what your favorite parts were. Add to the discussion we had earlier in the live stream. But until then, bye everybody. See you next time.